morning, this is Sani Carter reporting for the Gold Water. The president-elect has been granted the power to arm vetted Syrian rebels with anti-aircraft missiles. This was after the House voted for the first time to overtly authorize Mr. Trump to arm the rebels. This bill is expected to be passed next week by the Senate. This will mark victory for Senate Armed Services Committee Chairman John McCain, who has often advocated for the arming of rebels that resist Syria President Al-Assad and his Iranian and Russian allies. The policy director at Just Foreign Policy, Robert Naiman, reported that he thinks Congress is trying to manipulate Mr. Trump so that he cannot make a deal with Russia to end the Syrian civil war. This move by Congress is aimed to pressuring Trump to fail in his endeavor to make a deal with Russia. During the presidential campaign, Mr. Trump expressed his reluctance in participating in the Syrian civil war. However, Trump has picked aggressive advisors to fill the cabinet positions. Such include General James Mattis, who will be the Secretary of Defense. If the president-elect decides to support the rebels by providing them with manpads, it could help the opposition maintain its position in Idlib. There was prohibition of transferring manpads to Syrian entities as expressed in the original bill. The Senate has somehow explicitly authorized the transfer of manpads without the much-needed safety precautions. The safety precautions are the potential technological controls that are designed to cater for an emergency event if the weapons were to be on the hands of enemies or wrong entities. The Compromise Defense Bill thus take into account the fact that when the executive branch decides to equip the Syrian rebels with manpads, it should notify Congress and then provide a detailed intelligence assessment of who would get them and wait for 1 month to receive response from Congress. The Secretary of Defense and Secretary of State also need to notify the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, Congressional Defense Committees, and the House Foreign Affairs Committee if it is determined that manpads be provided to Syrian rebels. Many have criticized the compromise bill, especially lawmakers who are against manpads being sent to Syria. Representative John Conyers, the Mitch, reported to Al Monitor that he is disappointed to see the House of Representatives revert the decision on explicitly prohibiting the transfer of manpads to Syria. He added, saying that it is appeared that Congress still intends to escalate the civil war in Syria, since sending the weapons would only further the conflict. This is Sani Carter for the Gold Water.